Potluck Sunday. For us, we record on Sunday, but y'all might get it any day. Anyway, welcome to the fucking Potluck. I'm cursing today because I'm excited. If y'all ain't see the backgrounds in here, you know what time it is. You know your boy was going to show up hype because we talking about Tupac Amaru Shakur and my joint backwards. And that's how excited I was. I ain't even worried about it. We here. It's the Potluck. We know hip hop presents. Your boy Pete here. Look, I'm sorry if my energy high. I thought I was gonna be tired, but as soon as we hit record and I realized we was talking Pac all day. Look, Lulu got the background up. Everybody got. Look, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all handle this because I'm too hyped. Go to the Potluck.
Y'all know who it is, man. Welcome to the Potluck again. It's your favorite and most hated Top 5 Lou. Thanks for tuning in. Big shout out to my co-host here, TKO, Otis, and we got Mr. Pete from Pete's Corner too. But you know, let's get this thing open, man. Let's eat. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. All right, you got your boy Ahmad, aka TKO Joe. Ready to get this, man. Today we're talking about Pac, so very good topic of mine. I love it. So let's get it.
What up, y'all? That's Otis. You can call me Otis, Mike, Kenner. I don't know, Mr. Nigga. Make sure you add the Mr. But welcome to the show.
Damn. Make sure you add the Mr. Wheezy
Mr.
F baby
Nigga.
over there.
Mr. Nick.
I ain't gonna start the shit. I ain't gonna start the show off with no shade. But I ain't calling you Mr. Nothing. I hate to break it to you. Hey, all right, fuck it. We're gonna start it off with a little shade. How can a light-skinned folk always gotta be Mr. Nigga or some shit? Yeah, y'all like my man said about Malcolm X. Why y'all light-skinned folk always gotta go super hard?
We gotta compensate.
I ain't mad at you, nigga.
Okay.
I'm 5 foot nothing, man. I be trying to pretend like I'm 6'8", so I feel it.
I'll dunk on you too, nigga. Like,
Yeah, I ain't dunked since anyway. Look, welcome everybody, man. You know, It's a good week.
Sir.
Let me I want to make sure I check in with everybody. What's been going on? You know, I want to welcome the family here. You know, because we family are on us four right here, but everybody watching, you know, we all kind of a family. This is the Potluck, so you know, everybody bringing their own dish, bringing their own stuff. Obviously, we talking Pac this week. We talking we got another album review we promised y'all we would catch up on with Drake, CLB, Certified Lover Boy. I think we got some mixed opinions on that. I don't think we got mixed opinions on Pac because everybody got a Pac background, but you never know. I might go harder than some folk, but I'm gonna also keep it 100%.
Most definitely.
That's what we do here at the Potluck. So let me start. Otis, how your week been, man? What you been up to? What's good? What's on your mind for hip hop?
Man, just been busy as hell, just nonstop working on the go, lots of driving. I know I should have been listening to music and stuff, but I've been listening to audio books, you know, trying to get my mind right because the music kind of hypes me up in traffic too much and I end up cussing motherfuckers out. So, but, you know, aside from that, man, life is good, bro. I'm just, you know, enjoying life as much as I can.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
man. Don't mind me. I'm messing up with this background.
And in terms of hip hop, bro, like, you know, shit, man, I'm kind of happy where we are now, man. There's a lot of bullshit and a lot of advertising to build up hype, but good things are brewing. You know, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing this Diddy and JD versus coming up.
Absolutely.
They done made it official. They signed off on it.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know, to speak on that, man, to piggyback off what you were saying about what's going like hip hop, all the new stuff or whatever's going on. Now, I want to say this. You know, while we on Pac, a lot of stuff is going on because Pac is no longer here. Can I say that?
Is that how you feel? This is Potluck, man. Say how you feel.
Me on that? Like, I mean, you know, you got this. What's the shout out to the gay agenda and all that? You know what I'm saying? And you got people, just being unauthentic, right? And I'm only bringing this stuff up because these are things Pac spoke about, you know, in his music. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a bash to anybody's lifestyle, but it's crazy how, as we remember Pac, you know, and we both grew up on him, or all of us grew up on him. You know what I mean? A lot of his content talked about the future state of hip hop is going to be pretty bad. You know. Pretty much him being, and Machiavelli, him being the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? But again, we have to be open to the new music and what's going on at the same time. So a lot of bad things and a lot of good things because of Pac. You know what I mean? As we talked about Hitler and how it just took us back to a certain thing. So I mean, you can throw on any Pac right now and it take you back too. You know, so
all day. So here go the thing though. You said a lot of good things, a lot of bad things about Pac. And Ahmad, I'm gonna shoot to you in a second, but I just want to check. You talk about the week in the hip hop, and we ain't gonna talk about it too long. But let me say this: when Pac died, right, '96, I remember Ja Rule dropped, and I'm bringing this up because Ja Rule and Fat Joe had their verses this week, last week. Right. I remember Ja Rule dropped "Holla Holla," and I hated that shit. I seen him in the all-white video. With the video, he wearing all white. He got a backwards bandana on, hanging like Pac. And I was like, if this little nigga don't get off Pac's dick. Same way I felt about Lil Zane. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I bought Lil Zane's first album. Now, granted, Vinny Vidi Vici. Yeah. Shut up.
Hey, I can't skip by that. Don't tell nobody.
I can't skip by that.
Don't say that out loud, man.
I should edit that shit, but oh no.
Look, hey, he might not be the only one, so somebody can relate. Go ahead, Pete.
Look, we're gonna get some stuff out of the way. Look, I'll be honest with y'all. I bought Lil Zane's first album. I bought at least Plies' first 3 joints. Like, it is what it is. But that being said, all I saw was until Ja Rule came into his own, but all I saw was a lot of Pac copying stuff. I'm gonna agree with you somewhat. I'm gonna dial mine back, and we can talk about that later. Ahmad, how you been this week? What's going on with you?
Good, man. Just working, man. I'm a teacher, man. So just working with these kids, man. These kids, they got some real issues, man. So
yeah.
So
what age group are you?
Right now I'm 11 and 12.
Oh fuck.
And so we trying to transition. Yeah. To adulthood, man, but they got a lot of issues that I mean they all have their special ed. They have special ed. I mean they have IEPs, what you call it, but they also have like a lot of other stuff in the background, man, like either bad neighborhoods, single parents, low income, all that kind of stuff, man. So some of the stuff I grew up with too, but
I mean I got it too. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, trying to help them transition, man. So that's that's always tough. I got to write these IEPs and all that stuff. But as far as
you're doing good work. I said, but you're doing good work out there, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. It's taxing, man. Man, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Someone got to do it.
Not everybody's built for it.
Yeah, that's true. As far as hip hop, man, I've been trying to, what I'm saying? Like we talked with Jared a few weeks, like a month ago, really. But even before that, I've been trying to expand my horizons, man, and just try not to look like those cats. You guys know I posted a few days ago, but try not to look like those cats who, when I was growing up, would trash our music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying more and more to be open-minded and be like, okay, this is a different sound. Let me try to relate the best way I can as an older dude, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not 16 anymore, you know what I mean? So I'm not raising that culture, so I don't get it like they would, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to do that, man. So I've been listening to like some new cats. One of the cats I've been checking out is NLE Chopper. I kind of like him, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him. He rides the beat pretty good, you know what I'm saying? And he got a
couple people under him too, right?
You know what? I haven't got that far. I just been listening to some of his stuff, but he's cool, man. So I'm starting to get into him and some other cats, but I don't want to be outdated. My kids, I got a 7 and 3-year-old, so they, a few years they're gonna be listening to stuff, and I don't want to be that guy be like, oh man, they don't make hip hop like that they used to, or it's trash. I don't want to be like that. I mean, they don't make it like they used to. It's different. It's evolved.
Yeah, it's different. It's evolved.
You know what I mean? So I want to embrace it.
The NLE Chopper thing, I know what it was. I seen a post from QD3, and he was with NLE Chopper. But also, I I thought somebody there was a rapper down in Tampa or down in Florida. He got shot in Miami, I think. I think he was under Spot him got him.
Yeah, Spot him got him.
He was under an LA Chopper, I'm pretty sure.
Beatbox, that's his song. Beatbox.
Yeah, Beatbox. Beatbox 4 is the one.
Knock his dreads off.
Yeah, you're right.
That dude died or something?
No,
he's in critical condition.
He was in a drive-by, but
recently?
Yeah,
a couple days ago.
His vehicle got shot 22 times.
Down in Miami.
Yeah. So
I saw something about him. Something about him with a gun charge, right?
They were trying to stick him with a murder charge based off of some lyrics that he spit. It was pretty vague, bro. And like for them to try to go after him based off of that, it was kind of weak. But yeah, man, he had attention on him for rapping about shooting a nigga, and yeah.
Damn. Shit.
Yeah.
Now look.
Weeks later, here this shit go.
And look, at the risk of sounding like an old head, like a mob was talking about. But see, that is the difference. They don't make it like they used to. Because granted, there was some times, well, we're talking Pac. Pac was one of the early ones, against all odds. He wasn't dry snitching by any means, but he was saying some names. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that kind of evolved nowadays where everybody, like, they doing something and they gonna tell about it on the record.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes they don't even do it. They just have somebody with them, and it's wild out there, man. It's wild. It's wild being a youngin. I don't envy the youngins out there today, man. It's tough, especially if you're in the game.
It's like art imitates life, right? So like if we ain't got nothing going on, we ain't got nothing to rap about. You know what I mean? If you want to avoid being, fake, or just making up stuff, but and to kind of piggyback on this situation, like, so Pac made the narrative of being shot and rapping about it again a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a rapper, the best thing to happen to you is probably getting shot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like look at 50. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even
nobody was checking for him until he got shot, and he was better on Power of the Dollar. His older shit was better.
Yeah, like Troy Ave tried it. Like any rapper that gets shot and he lived it, oh man, it's Pac. Like, oh man, like so as we talk about Pac again, he even influences the narrative of hip hop even that deeply. Or to me. You know what I mean? Now
Pac's not the first rapper to get shot, but he's the first one to make it that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to make it cool though, right? Kind of like he's kind of like the Richard Pryor of hip hop, right?
I don't know if he made it cool. I just think it was more the bravado at the time, especially back then, though, because and this is kind of, we can talk about culture and all that. It kind of gets into what Pac was about, and as you see as he was growing, I saw it in his music. The last stuff he made is different than the beginning stuff. The beginning stuff is different than the middle stuff. The middle stuff is where it gets real hazy. The beginning stuff is Power of a Black Panther and all that. Right. But like where it became like, all right, I got shot. I got street cred now. I'm tough. I survived. And that was where he was at, like, especially back then, if you survived something, they were like, oh yeah, he can't be killed. He tough. And that was kind of like where he kind of made his, I don't want to dismiss him getting shot because it's not that, but that's where he's kind of started.
Yeah, it was his comeback. It was how he bounced back because he came right back like, oh, y'all shot me up, but you punks didn't finish. Like, oh, like that's some like really tough stuff to say to like some ops. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, if somebody bust at me out here, like, I'm gonna be low key, but I'm looking for them, but I'm not finna be out here screaming like, yeah, it's on and popping. I'm out here. You know who you are. You ain't finished. Come see me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so like that's a whole nother level that Pac was on. And just the thing, this guy was 25 years old, man.
Yeah,
that's the crazy thing
about Pac. He was only 25 years old. That's crazy, right?
What they say about your what is it? Your frontal cortex, frontal lobe. Yeah, that don't form to you like 25. So I mean, you think about it, you know what I'm saying? Like Pac was still a kid. You know what I'm saying? Now that I look back, I mean, of course, when he died, I was younger. I was like 18, you know what I mean? But now that I look back, I'm much older. And I'm even older than what he was when he died, you know what I'm saying? So I see him as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, he really was, man. He was on. Now, look, Otis, I ain't heard you say nothing about Pac yet. I'm gonna give you a chance because I can talk for 20 goddamn years about Pac.
Millenniums.
Look. Ahmad said, I've known you 20 years. I know you can talk about Pac that long, man. Bro, millennium stuff.
No, I agree with what y'all saying, man. Like, yeah, he really did. I don't know if you can call it I'd say he fucked it up, to be honest. And like just bringing that type of bravado to the game, because a lot of people wanted to be like that. Like that was the new level of hardness that you had to attain. And yeah, man, people, it just started a lot of bullshit. And it was natural for him. It was how his life just happened. And it almost seemed like a lot of rappers just kind of wanted to become this character. And for him, I don't know. He was such a complex dude. I don't really know if it was a character for him or if that was just another side of him. Yeah, and yeah, man. He was hella influential though, man. I love him for his music. I love him for all of the art that he produced, like especially his movie. I'm a movie fan, and all his movies are solid. I loved all his performances. But in terms of what he did for hip hop, being at this age, being at 37, I'm just not too much of a fan of that part of it,
Like Otis hesitated because he's like, I'm in California. I'm not too far from LA. I better watch what I gotta say.
Yeah, let me tread softly. Let me tread softly, but I'm not trying to come off like wait. I know I'm a square, but I ain't that square. But still, it's just he just brought an unnecessary element to rap music.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. But I feel like he didn't bring anything in. I feel like he just personified what was already, because we know the history. We know a lot of the people, a lot of the players in the background, and where the rap was coming from was from the streets. A lot of the players was in the streets, and a lot of the people that were funding rap were real street, real legends, OGs now. If they survived, but I feel like he was just the first that was kind of like, one, I'm gonna take on not this role because, like you said, he's complicated. Like you don't got to be one or the other in life, right, man. And that's just, trust me. I identify with Pac for many a reason, but I grew up doing plays and drama too. But I guarantee you, if you got to go outside with me, you're gonna have a problem. I may be able to act. I mean, this is kind of speaking of Pac. I may be I may be able to do Shakespeare. I may be out here to talk a certain way, and Black Power and Black Panther movement and everything. But also on these streets, I'm nothing to play with either. Now, maybe not as much as the people he was with. So I think that gassed him, like definitely gassed him. But think about it. When he was in New York, he was with Mike Tyson, right? That was his homeboy. But on the street side, Stretch, Haitian Jack for a minute, Bobito, like there's all these people that were like hanging around Pac early on, or Pac was hanging around early on the street side. So then you flip that, and you take that and you flip it, and then he comes out west. Now he had been out here in Oakland before, like trust me, they love Pac here, But during his career, he comes out to LA, and then he's with Suge, and he's tapped in heavy. Like Suge was no lightweight back then. Suge, big. What they say nowadays? What's the word nowadays? Big stepper. Suge would have been a big stepper back then. That's what they would have called him. So Pac, thinking about it in Pac's mind, he's like, man, I was just on the East Coast. I was with all the people who were running things on the East. Now I'm on the West Coast with all the people running things. Shit, I'm running this shit too. Can't nobody fuck with me.
Yeah, but that kind of goes in line with what Ahmad was talking about. Like he was still a kid in that aspect because he got himself involved in some shit he really didn't have no business being involved in. Like, bro, you an artist, be an artist,
Yep.
Agreed. So let's talk about that real quick because I definitely want to get into, it's his 25th anniversary, but more importantly, the legacy is all these things we talk about. But what about the it's in the music though?
Man, so here's the thing, right? In the music, like you got, you know, you got Dear Mama, you got Brenda's Got a Baby, you got Hail Mary, you got Bomb First, you know, you got California Love. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man,
Power
like,
of a Panther.
yeah, you know, you got pour out a little liquor, like pour out a liquor, one of my joints too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
this guy, this man who, as we were talking about, he was 25 years old, he was still a kid, right? Like, you know, he was writing these songs.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
And so, like, not only was he giving us this on pen, like how Otis was saying, like his performance on the big screen too, right? So I think a lot of times, you know how we have feelings, right? And it's like, man, you know, we may be feeling in a moment something, and then it's like, all right, cool, maybe I'm just mad, or maybe I might be in the mood. I just want to write bars and just shoot at everybody, and we know hip hop, and just give them 300 bars of me just throwing punches at everybody. You know what I mean? Whole top five. You know, I might just want to go crazy on everybody, right? And I think what Pac did when he got into those modes was he made it bigger than what it was. So like I was saying, like, now you want Hail Mary talking about you not a killer, but don't push me. Like, whoa, Pac, like, Brenda's Got a Baby, Pac, like, Poetic Justice, Pac, like, you know what I'm saying?
Be all that though. Yeah, but
it's
you
like,
can be
and
all
it's
that
the thing,
though.
like, and that's real. Like, you might not be a killer, and I think everybody, all of us, even on this thing, there's something we will kill for. I would say I will. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, man, like, you know, like how Otis was saying, a lot of stuff he got involved in, he didn't need to because he was already cut a certain way. And he was young. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the music, man, it's timeless. Like, it's, you know, I think that the influence of how we talked about Lil Zane and Ja Rule, how you hated it, was because we still wanted to hear Pac. You know how you was saying, you don't want to be that old guy still listening for something that sounds like Pac.
Perfect. Hey, look, perfect. Did anybody else watch the verses? That Fat Joe verse, Ja Rule?
I watched it.
No.
I watched it.
Let me tell you, Ja Rule lived out his life, his kid dream.
Yes, he did.
He performed Pain. He went through and performed Tupac. He did Pain all the way through. And most Pac fans, like especially heavy Pac fans, Pain is one of their favorite songs, if not their favorite. Ja Rule got up there and performed that like it was his song on the verses. Now I know he had done a previous verse. He did a remake of it anyway, but that's his life dream. He on the big stage performing Pain by Tupac Shakur.
Like, They'll Never Take Me Alive, Pac, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, man.
25 years later. That's how big Pac is, though. I ain't getting high with my 4 or 5. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
25 years later, Ja Rule is still hyped to do a Pac song on stage in New York in front of everybody.
I'm gonna check that shit out.
Man, I laughed. Yo, me and wifey was watching that versus battle, and she was rolling, like she was dying laughing at just the comments. Like, yo, bro, they was roasting. They was roasting. The verses was horrible. I think Ashanti was the winner. You know what I mean? I think Ashanti won the verses.
Easy,
as always.
But point being, yeah, man, like 25 years later, that man's on a versus challenge, doing a Pac song. I don't give a shit that he remade it. We all know that's a Pac song, every word for word.
Yeah.
Hey, look, and to solidify that, it validated me 20 years later how I felt about him when I first seen him come out with Holla Holla. It was like, I knew he was trying to be Pac. And then
Okay. And here's the thing though, like everybody know a Pac verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know a Pac verse.
What's your favorite Pac song or Pac verse? One or the other, or both?
Oh man, it's more than one.
Somebody else got to go first.
Convo Road, dedicate slow jams on the radio. Know you're happy. You got
Just like Daddy.
passion looking out for you, just like Daddy. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You know, like.
Yo, my favorite verse is the first verse on "Who Do You Believe In." What do you say? Maybe it was the drugs, bitches, or how the block was. Crack came and it was strange how it rocked us. Yo, that shit was hard as hell. And then my favorite Pac song is "Life So Hard." It was 4 verses of Pac just going off. That was on the gang related soundtrack.
Gang related. On gang
Tell
related.
me, do you see life so hard on a nigga when you're living like a G? Oh man, Pac went off.
I knew I fucked with y'all, man. I knew I fucked with y'all the long way. Y'all.
I mean, I Get Around is one of my favorites too. Like, you don't know me, you just met me. You know what I mean? You won't let me. You know what I mean?
Gotta give a
quick.
you
sweat me.
Yeah, if I couldn't have it, rabbit, why you sweating me?
While I'm out here in Oakland, I got to give a big RIP as well to Shock G. You know, Digital Underground.
Yes, sir.
Without Digital Underground, we might not have Pop. I think Pop would have gotten on anyway because he was hungry. But
you never know.
Underground, Shock G, yeah, they gave him the chance.
Rest in peace.
Took him a long way.
Yep.
Shock G, man, yeah.
And Pac had one of the best verses on the Digital Underground song, and it was a half a verse that made a movie.
All around the world is sand.
Listen, you know, I clown around when I come around with the underground girls that used to clown. Man, what? That shit was hard. All right, so Ahmad, what's your favorite?
Oh no, man. Favorite verse or favorite song?
What's easier for you? Either one first, whichever one you want first. What's your favorite?
Favorite song is probably Blasphemy. I feel like well, I mean, like to me, my favorite album of Tupac was Machiavelli. Because I feel like he was on some just like prophetic, just letting everybody know what's going on in the industry, all that kind of stuff. So I would have to say Machiavelli, but my favorite song is Blasphemy because I just feel like he was just in some deep thoughts. So, I'm just gonna take a verse from there. The song where he's a part where he says, it's like Jews. What's it? It's like Jews being handed to an innocent child. And he talking about.
Man, y'all testing my Pac verse knowledge. Yeah, I know.
That's the first verse in Blasphemy. But he talking about. I think he talking about. Kids seeing like, okay, they seeing drug dealers, gangbangers, all that kind of stuff, and they seeing them making money. You know what I'm saying? And hey, it's right there for them to take it. And so, I mean, they innocent. I mean, every kid, I used to sub, man. I would sub lower grades and older grades, but when you sub lower grades, you talk to kids and you ask them, what do you want to do? They would say like, I want to be a doctor, or I want to be a fireman, a policeman, or, something where you gotta work for, go to academy, or, go to college, a teacher or whatever. They would say all kind of stuff. Oh, and you ask a kid when they.
I'm laughing because you sounded like the beginning of Snoop Dogg, G's and Hustlers.
Oh,
what you want to be when you grow up.
But you ask kids, who are 11 and 12th graders, or they were already, giving up by then. You know what I'm saying? But kids who are 5, 6 years old, they innocent still. And so I mean, that's one of my favorite Pac verses. But I mean, he has a lot. I mean, but I'm not a huge fan of Pac lyrically, but I like his music.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Shed so many tears. Oh man.
But I'm not saying he sucked though. I'm not saying he sucked lyrically. I'm just not, what I'm saying, he as far as my preference, like he's not someone that's gonna make me, be like, oh, what I'm saying? Like,
I can understand that, but were you still learning his lyrics and reciting his shit?
I know Machiavelli probably, if you put Machiavelli on, I could probably rap the whole album.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious, because I mean, that's how much I like it. I mean, even All Eyes on Me, I mean, maybe not the whole album, but Machiavelli, probably 1 through 12, I can probably recite it. You put it on.
Yeah.
Because he was influential, but I'm not. But I mean, when I listen to his lyrics, I'm not like, damn, that was like profound. That was deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that.
That's because you just like your brother. Shout out to your brother. Word to Zoe. You just like him. Where like you.
What do you mean, man?
Look at what he's saying throughout it. But y'all like, is the technique, is the lyrical technique Is there triple entendres and all? Nah, he was a poet.
Nah.
Like he was
I like
talking
that.
to y'all, man.
I don't fuck with nobody that got less than 20 syllables in a line.
Yeah, like yeah.
Hey, that's him, not me. I'm not even saying all that. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
like
so,
you know, the whole. Okay, so during that time, so we talking
What's-
about Pac still. During
What's
that
your
time,
knock
it
on
was
his
the whole.
lyrics then?
No, during that time, it was the whole Biggie versus Pac thing, right? That was huge. East Coast, West Coast. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the West Coast, so I was like, you know, I was rolling with Pac, you know what I mean? But when I got more into Biggie and I started listening to his lyrics and how he worded stuff, I liked it better. You know what I'm saying? But I would say Pac is more influential overall. But they both legends, though. I mean, I can't knock Pac. I mean, I'm not saying he sucked. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll talk about
It was
Biggie and
weird
March.
because I was on the East Coast.
Exactly.
I was on the East Coast, and I stopped listening to Biggie. I did not listen to Biggie for probably 2 years, or maybe a year. I didn't listen to Mobb Deep till Murder Music came out. What was that, 2001? Like, that's how much of Pac had an influence on me as a young man. I was like, nah, I don't listen to Biggie. And I'm hanging out with New Yorkers, and they like, we about to fight you. We about to jump you. And I was like, nah, we playing Pac. And look, low key, don't let none of them niggas fool you. When they come out there, I was riding with Biggie. I didn't look. I could put on Pac, and they'd be like, all right. And they was bobbing their head to it. As if it was just me and the homeboy one-on-one, like just hanging, like smoking or something, chilling. Yeah. This it. But
I mean, I rocked with both.
Okay.
I rocked with both. I mean, I like both. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I mean, I rocked with Pac more as far as his music. You know what I'm saying?
that was Pac though, man. Pac was just known for bringing that energy. Like I said, he was 25 years old. Like even the video of him, you know, the night he was killed, he was on one in the lobby. Like he just brought a whole lot of energy that you like, yo, this kid is like, he's 25, he bugging. Like even when he was like, this little nigga named Nas think he loud like me. I'm a Nas fan. So when I heard that, I'm like,
coming at next.
Like, yeah, like Mobb Deep, like we shook J Punk ass. Now he out of the closet. Like, yo, man, like he just came with that energy. So, like how you say, like he was a real emotional type dude, like behind his pen. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the thing. Like, that's what makes music. Like,
I'm gonna give y'all this though. Here, let me give you mine real quick.
Yeah.
My verse from him is going, and this isn't because I like popular shit. I'm annoyed that they take it and put it all these other places and this and that. But verse 3 of I Wonder If Heaven's Got a Ghetto, when I first heard that, I was like, he's speaking. Now they chopped it up, put it in changes and all this. You know, I see no changes. All I see is racist faces. And they chopped
changes.
it up.
Changes.
But they chopped up a bunch of his other songs and made changes.
Yeah. But fuck changes. I just gotta put that out there.
Fair enough. But changes brought him to a whole nother level of mainstream people who weren't listening to pop, aka white people on the radio.
That's so unfortunate, but yeah.
yeah. You know, Pac is definitely one of them artists that sampled too a lot to this day. You know what I'm saying? So like whatever, Pac still lives through music and everything. Like obviously 25 years, and we're talking about him. You know, and it's like one thing I thought was dope. Another thing that was dope is like Street Dreams and All Eyes on Me. How that's like the same beat, timeless music.
Yeah, we took y'all beat because y'all wasn't rocking it right. You're going after Black Street, like Pac went after Fugees.
Yeah, man.
Street Dreams is better though.
You think Street Dreams is better?
Yeah.
I thought Street Dreams was better at the time. Fast forward now, I don't know if I think Street Dreams is better. Real talk.
My man put me up on the shit 1/4 of a square, headed for Delaware with one change again. I give it to Street Dreams. I'm sorry, man. I know this is a podcast episode, but man, Nas fucking killed that beat.
Yeah, he did.
I never really went there with that, but man, all eyes on me, feeling like a boss nigga for that, man.
All Eyes on Me is my favorite Tupac album. It's in my top 5 hip hop albums ever.
I think that's what it is.
I mean, it's probably number 1 for me. So I kind of can't. But Otis, I'll be honest. As you start to recite Nas's verse, I was like, "Oh yeah, that shit was hard." And the way the beat dropped and came back in,
man.
So
yeah, that shit was hard.
That shit fire, bro. That's one of the best songs. That shit hard as hell.
Sorry, Pop. I gotta keep it real.
Okay,
That shit was hard.
So what's y'all's favorite? Okay, Mod already said Machiavelli was his favorite, right? You know, and I agree with him too. Machiavelli was hard. All Eyes on Me, you know, that was tough too. Like I'm a fan of against what's the Me Against the World.
Me Against the World.
Yeah, it was tough. That one was tough too, you know. Man, so but for me, like if I had to like gun in my head, pick a Pac album, I'm either gonna say All Eyes or Machiavelli.
Which disc on All Eyes on Me? Which disc?
Book 2.
Ooh, this too. I mean, this is a good debate right here. I need to hear.
Stage wanna be.
You say this too. Okay.
This one got all the hits though.
Book 2 was tough though.
It was.
2 was tough.
It was.
It was shorty. Yeah, like I mean, let me pull this up. So I, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. Let me make sure.
This one got all the hits.
So this one I used to skip. I used to skip phone number. What's your phone number?
Really?
I used to skip that. Yeah.
I like that song, man.
My best friend.
Because I like the cameo joint. That's why I fucked with that.
I like the song that. I mean, it's Prince.
Yeah.
No, it's
cameo.
No, it's
cameo.
No, it's not cameo.
77793.
Yeah. No, that's not cameo. That's
Prince.
That's Prince.
No, that's Prince. The one I wrote with Prince. Light skinned dude.
Morris Day.
There you go. That's
the time. There you go. Yeah, it's the time. You're right.
777. Yeah.
Yeah, give me Book 2. I'm looking at it now, man. I mean,
really?
Yeah, man. I mean,
okay, so I'm giving it to Book 1 because Book 2 got all the Big Psych songs.
Hey man, I told you about this Big Psych slander.
Okay.
I got G's coming from overseas.
Fair point. There you go.
On checkout time, this nigga asking Corrupt where his drawers at. Like, dog, get out of here.
I love that shit. That's real shit. That's real shit. You checking out the hotel. I love that shit.
I mean,
he's screaming on every track.
Thug Passion is that jam though, man. Like,
so look, I ain't even got the list up.
I don't know why they call him bitch. Come on, man.
I ain't even got the list up.
He remind me of Damon from Friday Part 3.
Look, it start with Can't See Me, though. With P-Funk, with George Clinton on it.
Yo, man.
Yeah, Book 2 starts hard. Can't See Me? Book 2 starts with Can't See Me.
I mean, no, Can't See Me is hard.
That's what I'm saying.
Goes to what? What's next? I haven't got the list up. I'm doing this off memory. Because it goes to Can't See Me, then goes to Holla at Me.
Shorty wanna be a thug.
Then it goes to Holla at Me.
Then it goes to Holla at Me. Then it goes to
Wonder why they call you
bitch.
When we ride after that.
What's up, Faith Evans?
I skipped that one.
When we ride, so here's the thing: there's some songs you can skip, but you can go back and listen to them and they ride. I used to skip not All Eyes on Me, but Can't See Me. No, not Can't See Me. Excuse me. Hold on.
I don't like that Run the Streets or Rather Be Your.
Rather Be a Nigga's kind of nice, but yeah, Run the Streets I don't fuck with. Ain't hard to find. It's kind of skippable.
Yeah,
y'all niggas is crazy.
Hard to find sucks too.
Y'all niggas is crazy.
Heaven Ain't Hard to Find is all right. Book 2 starts hard, but kind of fades out the end of me.
Let me know when y'all ready, because y'all niggas is crazy.
I'm just saying, man.
Y'all are crazy.
I mean, Book 1 is
it starts off hard. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I think Book 1 is solid all the way through. It got Quick on there. It got Quick on Book 1. It got Corrupt, Daz. I mean, and then in Book 2 you got Big Psych. Corrupt. Hey, Corrupt, Daz, and Quick or Big Psych? Which one you take?
Big Psych is never picked, bro. Never.
Oh, okay. Book 1.
You got Dre on Book 1. You got Snoop on Book 1. Come on, man.
Oh, only guy can.
You got Nate Dogg on Book 1. Come on, man.
Book
KC JoJo.
I mean, yeah, but book 2 slept on, man.
Yeah, book
Wait, you don't like Heaven Ain't Hard to Find?
It's cool. It's cool. I'm not saying no. It's all right. It's cool.
And I like the click, bro. I really like the click. I like Richie Rich, and I don't know, man. That shit was just underwhelming.
It took me a while. So no. Listen. So it took me a while to come around with because it goes Heaven Ain't Hard to Find, and then what's the other Heaven one with E40 and the clip?
Oh, that Ain't Hard to Find, and then
Ain't Hard to Find.
Ain't Hard to Find, and Heaven Ain't Hard to Find. Yeah, Ain't Hard to Find with the clip. I didn't like that at first, and that grew on me after a while. I'm like, cool, I can listen to it in moments. But Heaven Ain't Hard to Find. Listen, I don't wish that none of you, I want y'all to have long, faithful, great relationships. You know, black men don't cheat, you know, the whole nine. But man, if you memorize Heaven Ain't Hard to Find, if y'all ever single and y'all go out to, even if you're not, you just playing around, you ain't really, you know, going to take nothing home, but you just want to see if your pen game, if your spit game still work. Go spit a verse from Heaven Ain't Hard to Find to a girl. Hey, I guarantee you she coming home with you. Boy, that's just
still, wait a minute, nigga. Hold on now, bro. That shit still working in 2021?
Because we're talking about real shit. Simply because you're nervous. Let me alleviate your hesitation.
Like, conversation. Help you leave it.
Nigga, these bros out here fucking rocking the Cardi B. They don't want to hear no words like eliminate your hesitation. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, on that note, spit a verse from Just Like Daddy.
I got G's.
Just Like that.
I met her when she was younger. Her real daddy died when she was younger. Yeah, that one though. But
yeah,
you ain't pulling no chicks with that though. Nah. Right. Nah, they ain't with that Pac swag, man.
So yeah, I don't know, man. I'll take
some horse.
I'll take All Eyes on Me over Machiavelli just because it's 2 albums in it, and like how we're debating over both parts of this double album. A lot of double albums are trash. I'm gonna keep it all the way above.
Yeah.
So like All Eyes on Me is hands down the best double album ever. So like I would give it to All Eyes over Machiavelli just because of that. But Machiavelli.
Okay. I'm gonna throw you a curveball.
We'll talk about that in March.
I do agree with that.
Okay.
I agree with you on that though, Lulu.
Okay.
That is one of the best. That is the best double album I've ever heard myself.
We revisited this in March.
y'all gonna dismiss Master P's The Last Don?
Yes.
Yeah, because
he didn't even hesitate.
Forever. Yeah, right. Another one Wu-Tang Forever. So yeah, I'm cool on Master P. Hey, if I can't get
he didn't even hesitate at all, but he's a yes.
Nope.
He didn't let you finish. Yes.
That shit. Yes. He threw that shit right out, huh?
We still got Wu-Tang Forever. So yes.
Oh no. They ain't up there. No, I'm sorry. I like Wu-Tang, but
Wu-Tang so All Eyes on Me is the best double disc ever.
Yeah. You said Wu-Tang?
No, All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me is the best double disc ever.
Yeah.
We can
we'll talk about that in March. We'll debate about that in March.
3 out of the 4 of us. Listen, I need y'all to go. So are y'all familiar with Strictly for my niggas?
Oh, the early
a little bit.
Yeah, so, I think I am.
I didn't like it too much.
Y'all know I'll be on my activist shit. I need y'all to go listen to that shit again, and then think about all the shit that's gone down and since then, and in the past 2 years, especially with everything on the forefront. Just go back and listen to Strictly. Shit, listen to Me Against the World. Pac did so much with music, man, and the lyrics, and you know he was kicking that alliteration. He came from like a poetry standpoint. So I need y'all to go listen to Strictly because it's a slept on album. Some of the stuff dates itself a little bit, you know, but I mean, shoot, holla if you hear me, shit, Above the Rim. If you hooping and you grew up sometime in that area and you watched Above the Rim, not only was he the star of Above the Rim, he had 3 of the best tracks on it. His music is throughout the whole joint, you know, and that's stuff from right in that early era pop, you know. That whole like Holla If You Hear Me, the original like Holla If You Hear Me, with the upbeat tempo. And then Kyle Watson hooping and everything, Shep out there shooting jumpers in the corduroys. Man,
Yeah.
you gotta go back and check that early Pac, but also check that early Pac because he's talking about some real shit. He's talking about some shit. We were talking about building businesses and all that shit, hip hop. But he come from the essence, and he was showing love to the people that came before him. He loved, like we talked about Rakim earlier. There ain't no way, Pac loved Rakim. From the style, from what Rakim was going for. Pac had his own thing. He talked about it.
Right.
He got a whole song called "Old School."
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, all those guys admire Rakim, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane. All those guys came before him. They all admired them. You can hear it.
Let me throw this out there before I forget, because I've been trying, but we just been going on the roll. Even though my favorite Pac album is disc 1, book 1 on All Eyes on Me, all of my favorite Pac songs are on the gang related soundtrack. And
Ooh.
I really hate the fact that nigga died when he did, because where he was at on that album, he was about to go to a whole nother level with his music.
Yeah.
Like that nigga, like Lost Souls, Rear View, nigga, come the fuck on, bro. Like, damn, this is when they gotta take him out. This nigga was he just hit a whole nother level with his shit.
To your point, he was 25. He was just starting to see some shit. He had a lot of knowledge. Imagine being 25. Your mother was a Panther. She was pregnant with you in jail, right? Like, so you came up in a Panther. You done seen your mama smoke crack. You living in Oakland, Oakland and Baltimore. You back and forth, Oakland, Baltimore, Brooklyn. We like to forget that he was born in Brooklyn. He had peoples in New York still. So he had the Panther movement. He got the drugs going on. He got and then by the time he's 25, he's like, oh, that's jumbled in. People forget this. Hold on, let me put my and put my shit on real quick, man.
That never had a friend like me on that Gridlock. That movie sucked, but that soundtrack was decent,
bro. I like that movie. But my favorite shit on that movie is that Life is a Traffic Jam, man. That
was dope. That was dope.
Yeah. There was.
No, that was. But that was more like poetry slam stuff though.
Yeah.
But that's how Pac started. That's what he really was in. He was an artist. Let me ask you something though, because we talk about him and we talk about. Let me ask y'all something though. I want to keep it a buck. We talk about we talk about Pac. We talk about people try to throw shade at Pac. Oh, he wasn't this or whatever. Not everybody, but some people do. He wasn't what he made out to be. He was an art. He was a blah blah blah. Let me ask you something though. So fine, maybe he wasn't thugged out like the most thugged out, but he had a different sides to him and everything. He talked about being an activist. Talked about he'd be right here with Black Lives Matter movement, if we will, whatever. All that stuff was what he was talking about years ago, right? And we got a lot of people talking about doing things and this and that. Right now, what's been over the past few years, people been asking, rappers been asking, what's happened to George? How come ain't nobody touched Zimmerman? Does Tupac get more credit now for living a certain kind of way as well? He went all in, like maybe the character's wrong, but let's not forget, all the rappers out there, all the people out here, all the artists out here talking about being activists and standing up against police violence and this and that. I can only name you one person in the history who's ever stood up physically, actively against police violence and police brutality, and that's Tupac Shakur. And he shot in Atlanta because they were beating up some black folk. All y'all rappers out there is scared as shit. Y'all scary. I'm sorry. Y'all talking all good talk. This nigga got out the car. Y'all talking about y'all got guns. He saw a black man getting beat up by white off-duty cops, and he immediately went to rescue them. And when they pulled, he shot them. Shot him in the leg. He shot him. And then wait. In the history of America, what black man been out there shot a cop and then lived and kept going and then made millions?
And beat the case.
Beat the case. Now, hey, look. Now we could talk about some other shit.
That part.
He beat that other case, and we could talk about what happened from that. But he beat the case. Shot off-duty white officers because they were beating an unarmed black. But so whatever we talking about when we talk about lyrics and everything, the reason Pac resonates with me is because there's two sides to him, if you will. Shit, I'm a Gemini too. But that nigga lived like he was. He tried to live like he was talking about a little bit. And when he said, "Hey, I'm for us," he was for us.
That little tidbit right there just kind of makes me want to take back what I said earlier. I'll take back like 50% of that shit.
Fair enough. But we forget about that shit, man.
Yeah.
People forget about that, man. Pac shot 2 off-duty white police officers for beating up an unarmed black man and beat the case and walked on the case and rapped about it. Look.
Well, that's crazy, man. Like that's
in
the 90s too. Yeah, that's
in the 90s. Your favorite rapper could never.
Yeah.
Your favorite rapper
playing it way too safe nowadays, bro. They wouldn't even hop out the car. They wouldn't even send their security out.
They didn't rap about it.
But they might make a song. You know, they might make a song
That's
like
it.
6 a.m. somewhere or 7 a.m. somewhere. They wouldn't really do nothing.
You know, I think
we won't get to that.
So how you just talked about like his mindset, his perspective, right? His mission, basically, right? So it's like I believe he lives on through like athletes and everything else. Like, you know, you look at the Kaepernick situation, like had Pac been alive, he would have been Kaepernick homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then again, I don't think Kaepernick would have took that settlement neither. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like when we start, like how you say nowadays, raising awareness, Black Lives Matter and all this stuff, Pac had been on that. You know what I mean? They got money for war, but can't feed the poor. You know, like he vocal about a lot of things, you know, and I think what influenced me or Pac's influence on me, or the reason why I like Pac so much or I resonate with him is because any type of mood I'm in, I got a Pac song for it.
Is that so? I'm gonna just go around. I want to ask because you kind of answered my question. I was going to ask everybody. So 25 years later, you know, after his death, really, like, I know we can judge the music, we can do all this stuff, but really, what's the lasting impact for you personally, whether it be musically or just in life? Like, what's his impact to you 25 years later, looking back now?
I mean, to me, I'm gonna say the rose that grew from concrete. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
These
That's
are my
it to me.
petals. I always say like these are my damaged petals. Like, you know what I mean? Like the rose that grew from the concrete. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a reminder that, man, we all don't come from the most desirable places. You know what I'm saying? Or we've all been slept on, or we was written off as that nigga, right? Just another nigga, right? You know, but like Pac was all over the he hit you in music, he hit you in theater. You know, like there are schools dedicated to his lyrics and stuff now. Like he pushed a whole nother level, a genre almost. You know, like Pac made me feel like, man, if I don't have to be a rapper. I ain't gonna lie, like Pac make me feel like I don't have to be a rapper. You know, when I see Pac hit Poetic Justice and hit Juice, and those like Otis was saying, his performances, like I'm thinking, man, Pac might as well be an actor. You know, and then not to mention he dated Madonna, so. Again, I could have a white girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can love ain't a color, right? So you can date a white girl too, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Pac did a lot of stuff, like, you know.
That's what you took away from him dating Madonna.
Yo, that was great.
Always be yourself, man. Always be yourself. You know, stay down, say how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like. Stand up for something or die for something, you know what I mean? Like, so for real, man, that's like the everlasting effect of Tupac on me is like, man, you just be yourself, you know, like stand for something, be vocal, say what you gotta say, you know, like he said, niggas gonna hate you for whatever you do. Like, don't settle to be a drug dealer or just this rapper. Like, understand your influence. Pac was telling us, like, man, we make this fashion and stuff popular. You know what I mean? Versace and all that stuff came popular. Like the rappers and all the jury, like, we make this popular. So, I don't know, man, for me, Pac is just, you know, he's a real fundamental kind of element for me, you know, any type of mood I'm in, you know.
I feel you. I'm the same boat. I'll answer and then y'all can go ahead. I think for me, you know, obviously, you know, growing up, I listened to Pac, so he's a huge influence. Listen to understatement. I'll be keeping 100 with y'all, man. I printed out every Tupac lyric and had them posted all on my walls, and every poster I could get, my walls, my door, everything in my room was Tupac. So I knew every lyric by heart. The internet was still new back then, so I was just learning how to go on that joint, print out lyrics and everything. Fast forward years later, I look at what I believe in, what I want to push for myself and for, the people surrounding me and everything. And I'm like, man, he really influenced a lot of that for me, in going to get how we go about getting our money, how we go about our daily life, and like you said, being okay with being yourself. Cause we all said it earlier, and Otis, you said it best. He wasn't just one thing, he had so many other things. Now he had everything jumbled in, and then you throw money and fame in there, and he got to try to sort all that out. For me, I look at it, I'm like, okay, I don't just got to be this. I could be the smart dude. I could be the activist. I can also take your ass outside to the streets. I can also talk to the president. I could talk, and like that, all in between, that all encompassing. I can enjoy, a play as much as I enjoy a movie, as much as I enjoy being on the block. They don't, if I go to a museum, that don't make me no softer than being out here with a razor blade don't make me no harder. I am who I am, and that kind of all encompassing. And for me, that's what I kind of take away from him. And just he was talking about stuff that we still talking about today. And that's very, there was a reason Sam Cooke, A Change Gonna Come, still play on the radio. When your music talks about issues like that are still ongoing, and that's the whole point we're talking about, you can still quote his stuff. It's always relevant. You still have stuff for every mood, for every single mood. So, and that's where he is for me, and he really did, like you said, he allowed people to really think outside the box and really, I won't say the Madonna thing had me thinking about I could date white girls. And if I keep it a buck, probably I was dating white girls already, so I wasn't worried about it. I was like, all right.
So controversial on race theories though, for Pac to drop songs like White Man's World, like for him to just be a controversial figure. And mind you, he was only 25, so he had to be like 23 when he was dating Madonna. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, all that shit had to go straight to his head, bro. You know that was hard to manage for the mind of somebody at that age.
This is true. So I need y'all to chime on in. What's your lasting Pop kind of influence? How's he for you personally or musically? Or both?
I mean, he like I said, like lyrically, what I'm saying, my preference, I wouldn't put in my upper echelon of rappers, but I still put him in my Mount Rushmore though when it comes to hip hop overall. Like I said, because all the influence that he's had, and I said earlier, like I think he's like kind of like the Richard Pryor of hip hop. I mean, because of his influence, and like you said earlier about getting a shot, like getting a shot wasn't cool until Pac talked about it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what Richard Pryor did with the comedy thing. You know what I'm saying? He was like the first one to like, talk about his tragedies. You know what I'm saying? And stuff that happened to him on stage. You know what I mean? He was like the first one to do it, and make it funny.
All right, I gotta cut out here, brothers.
Shoot. Well, all good. We gotta
the flight, so
we're gonna catch a CLB review from you because I feel like you got some things to say.
Where you flying to?
I'm flying back to Tennessee, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just came here to visit my daughter for her birthday. But as far as certified lover boy, look, I'm gonna put it to you like this: I'm done listening to it. It doesn't have the radio hit on it. It can at least have a radio hit on it. I was listening to it with my wife again because my wife is like, you know what? I don't think this is it for Drake, and I'm just like, well, for the album to be called Lover Boy, I don't want to hear knife talk, Drake, like knife talk right. And all this hard stuff, like, and then it's like he got the Future songs. It's like it's taking him back. Like, no, we already did the whole album of Future. Like, I don't know, to me, it's a good listen. So I'm not trying to trash it. It's a good listen. I was only interested in the 7 a.m. song where he aired out his business with Kanye. The Jay-Z verse was excellent. But other than that, man, it doesn't really have too much replay value, and it didn't hit the mark for me, so.
Hey, before you hop on this plane, can I put you, if you could say no, can I put you on the spot real quick?
Do it. Let's do it.
So if y'all, real quick, just so the family out there knows, If y'all don't know, so we trying to do some album ratings and everything, rating scale. Well, I'm gonna just ask you the question, and they can figure out the rating scale. Out of 5, how many plates you giving it? How many cookout plates? How many potluck plates you getting?
And in the potluck, when that Drake hit the table, I might take a give me give me a 2.5 on the plates. Give me some wings and just give me a side. Give me a 2-piece and a side on that, and I'm cool.
Ain't had no ribs on it, huh? Ain't had no ribs on the plate.
And like how we said last time, for me, Hitler Wears Hermes just took the cake. Hitler Wears Hermes was wings, greens, and mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a dessert, and I took some of that to go, my guy. I'm still listening to Hitler Wears Hermes, but I'm done with CLB. Like, I don't want a plate to go. It was a cool little snack for me.
You gotta ask who made each dish on the plate.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
you ain't get the potato salad. You ain't trust the potato salad, right?
I probably had like 2 wings and a little bit and a scoop of yams or something. Give me 2 wings and some yams. Maybe.
And then you off to the next function, huh?
yeah, give me 2 wings and some yams. Give me I didn't even get the tea or the lemonade. I took a bottle of water. You know what I mean?
Damn, man, you sound like my man who was cooking ain't had no Air Monarchs on or no sandals on, huh? He was cooking in some Jordans, so you knew he wasn't serious.
Hey, he either had some Jordans or some K-Swisses or something. I don't know. So I'm cool on it. I'm definitely like, all right, let me get that Hitler, please. What they say? Okay. West Side Gun, please. Give me one of them plates, man. So
2.5, so a good little average plate. So it wasn't not a bad plate, just a little average joint. You snacked a little bit, right?
Yeah. Give me 2.5, maybe a 3 on a good day, but that's about it.
Okay, fair. That's fair. Look, we want to have a safe trip, man. We want to wish happy birthday to your daughter, from the potluck.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Sir. Happy birthday to your little one.
Yeah, man. Y'all be safe.
Happy birthday.
Have a safe, you too, bro. Have a safe trip back.
Thanks for the love. I'm out of here, man.
So,
and you had the best background out of all of us.
Word up.
I don't know, man. The bishop in the background. I don't know, man.
Yeah, Bishop said that.
Kill somebody.
I'm out, man. Peace.
Oh man, always a pleasure, y'all, man. So look, let's get into it, man. We went ahead and started on it, so let's talk about this CLB, the Certified Lover Boy Drake. Let's get a little.
Man.
He said, "Man, I can already see where we about to go. Go."
Everything, pretty much everything he said.
Like this podcast has been fun. Listening to everything has been fun, and then listening to that Drake album to have my review ready, or at least half of a review ready, is just that was like a job, bro. That shit was.
Damn.
Hey, I'm laughing because I agree.
I already ain't that big on Drake, bro, and this shit was just like Drake at his most average. The beats were. The beats are solid because producers as a whole, they really don't come with too many whack beats right now. The wackest beat is one of the singles, that Way Too Sexy. That shit is trash all the way through. Fucking garbage. Right? Yeah. And then Girls Want Girls, like that shit is average as hell. And that's the other single I was hearing on the radio yesterday. So if these are Drake's singles and it's supposed to be his hits, he was half-assed in this whole fucking album. So let me go ahead and run through it. Like Champagne Poetry was decent. It wasn't the intro. Like all these niggas is on his ass talking about like, oh man, Drake's intro game is untouchable. Nah, I don't know about that. That could be touched. Girls Want Girls, average. In the Bible, like I really like Lil Durk on that one. That shit was cool. That Love All, that man, Jay-Z.
I gotta stop you, and you'll know why in a second. You skipped track 2.
Oh yeah, Poppy song. Yeah, I skipped that for a reason.
Damn, we finna argue today. I see this.
That Drake, that Jay-Z joint. Jay-Z saved that song because I don't know if somebody actually tried to have that nigga killed, but it sounded like it. Like that shit sounded sincere, bro. He sounded really pissed off about something. That shit was fire. Fair Trade is my favorite joint on that album. I don't know. That shit just kind of speaks to some real life stuff to me. But man, that was the best joint on there. And there really ain't too much more than that. Like, I don't want to really burn through it. You know, if you guys want to go song to song together, but out of the first half, out of the first like third of that album, Fair Trade was hands down the best. Love Ball, second best, and everything beyond that was just average. Oh, 7 a.m. fire as fuck, you know, but his timestamp songs are always dope. Yeah, man, I was not happy that I had to listen to it.
Damn. So we're gonna circle back about. I want you to think about how many plates you're gonna give it, because I feel like, Ahmad, what's your take? Damn.
Felt like a job to me too, man. I was trying to listen to it, because I listened to it last time, and I kind of skimmed through. I was just like this is. I mean, it just sounds a lot like. I mean, I said typical Drake, but it just didn't. It sounded like it was rushed. It sounded like it just didn't sound like it was put together well to me. Yeah, I didn't. You know what? That Fair Trade song. To me, that was typical Drake. Just the way it sounded. The sound of it. I mean, I like the song, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite song on the track on the album. But it was like typical Drake. I just feel like he just put together a bunch of stuff that he's used to. And the thing is, like I said last time, like if we're gonna consider Drake one of the GOATs, I have to see more. You know what I'm saying? So criticizing him is gonna be a lot. He's gonna get a lot more criticism from me than other rappers that come out, because we're talking about.
Did you not want to say it's gonna be a lot easier? Did you not want to say it's gonna be a lot easier for you?
What do you mean?
Hold on, man.
You said easier. What do you mean?
See, this is what I don't like about y'all, man. Y'all be having me ride for the light skin, and I ain't trying to ride for the light skin. Let me. My daddy real light skin. Nah, hold on, Ahmad. Hold on, nah. Because last week, so explain to me this.
2 weeks ago.
Well, no, 2 weeks ago, excuse me.
Yeah.
So I just heard you say that you just felt like he threw some stuff together, threw some stuff at the wall, and here y'all go. But you was riding Donda 2 weeks ago. And I swear to you,
I didn't ride Donda
together.
I didn't write Donda. I said I listened to Donda with a different ear. I said Donda was I enjoyed it. That's what I said.
Okay.
I didn't say it was a great album. I just said I would listen to it and I was like, okay, I like it because it wasn't trying to be hip hop. It was trying to be music. And I was like, so I heard some songs that were like hip hop. Heard some songs that were R&B. I've been drinking a little bit, so I mean, I'm on my like 5th beer right now in the podcast, so you may hear some slur a little bit, but
do your thing.
So like, but I heard something different in every, you know what I'm saying, like throughout the album. So I liked it, but I'm not putting Donda up there, and I'm also not putting Kanye as one of the GOATs as far as rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like producing wise, yeah, you know what I'm saying. We could talk about Kanye all day and that, but as far as rapping, I mean, Drake. People are talking about Drake as he's one of the GOATs. So I need to see more. Is what I'm saying.
Well, let's clarify. Let's clarify.
That's not GOAT material.
Yeah, let's clarify.
No.
For the potluck, I don't put Drake as. I don't talk about Drake as one of the GOATs.
Right. None of us do.
None of us do. Right? Okay.
Right.
Just make it.
But there are people. But there are people in the group, man, that's been putting his name out there like that. And
then niggas do not play about their Aubrey.
Dude, man. and then you got the younger generation, that's like their GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And so if we're gonna look at him as, you know what I'm saying, GOAT potential, because I wouldn't put him as GOAT, but you know what I'm saying, like if he's gonna be in that rare air, I need to see more is what I'm saying. And like that song Fair Trade was typical Drake. To me, the best song on there was I like the song that I enjoyed the most was either No Friends or 7 a.m. Those two are the two songs that I enjoyed the most. And then there's a few. I thought it got better towards the end. The first part, like first 5 songs, I was kind of falling asleep listening to it. I ain't gonna lie. I was like listening to it. I listened to it a few times, and I was kind of like I felt like they were like medleys put together. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't enjoy them. But No Friends, I enjoyed. 7 a.m. I enjoyed. Get Along Better was cool. You Only Live. But Only Live. Live. You Only Live. You Only Live Twice with Rick Ross. I like
Yeah.
that one. Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And then you fucking fans were cool. I think was it Get Along Better? I think it was one that was kind of like
With Ty Dolla Sign.
like an R&B song. I think Get Along Better, right? So I enjoyed that one. It sounded like a little R&B song. It was cool. I ain't gonna lie, but overall, nah. I mean, it was like Otis said, it was like a job trying to listen to that album, man. I just didn't like it. You know what I mean? But and then also, cause like I said, I'm gonna criticize him harder because we talking GOAT material.
That's bullshit, though. I'm gonna call bullshit.
How is that bullshit? How? I mean, you went.
Because if you're not considering him for GOAT status, if I'm not considering him for GOAT status, I don't listen to it considering him for GOAT status. I just listen to it.
Ain't about me. But ain't about me.
You're the one listening. But you're listening. It's your opinion on it.
It ain't about our opinion on it. It ain't about our opinion as far as GOAT material. It's about, you know what I'm saying, just the fact that people are mentioning him in there. I like if LeBron came through and was scoring 10 points a game, you'd be like, oh hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like you're judging him on a higher. He's in the, you know, LeBron, Michael, you know, Jordan, Kareem, Magic, Bird. We're judging him according to that. So he can't come through with no 10 points a game.
Do you have him? If we're doing the basketball analogy, do you have him on LeBron, like in that tier? LeBron, Jordan, Bird, Elijah Wan, Irv, like in that God tier. If we talking basketball, would you put him there?
Drake is like Elden
Drake?
Who you say?
He said Elden Campbell. Hey,
boy, I tell y'all like that.
No, but I mean, I kind of have to, not for me personally, but I'm just saying I kind of have to judge him like that because of what's been, you know, how people are looking at him. That's how I'm judging him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging him the same as I would judge like 21 Savage or, you know what I'm saying, NLE Chopper, or you know, someone who, you know, younger, even a young boy, someone who's younger, you know what I'm saying, still like developing. Nobody's talking about them guys as the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Roddy Ricch, you know those guys, you know what I'm saying? People are talking about Drake as a GOAT, man. So I gotta judge him on a different, and this right here was like, I mean, it wasn't even a good album for somebody who's not even considered a GOAT, let alone somebody who's considered one of the GOATs. It was trash. It was trash.
We're gonna agree to disagree on that. Just on the simple of when I'm looking at
by
it,
yourself, but go ahead.
Besides myself. No, I'm talking about like when I'm looking at it, I don't care who else considers it. I don't care if everyone else is like, yo, he might be the GOAT. He might be the GOAT. That don't influence the way I'm listening to it because that's their opinion. You know, so for me, I look at it differently. I'm just like, what is it? I don't care. I'm not judging him off of, let me compare, even though I was making a comparison with Donda and all that. That was more so like, because they had a little friction. I'm not judging him like, let me compare him to like Pac's my GOAT. You know, let me compare it since we're talking GOAT, because I don't consider him in that conversation for me. So that being said, let me go ahead. I fucked with Champagne Poetry, mainly the second half of it. Poppy's Home was probably my favorite joint on there. Granted, it's 3 minutes and it's just a quick little, he spits for a little bit, but I like the vibe and the beat. I ain't talking about what he's talking about or the singing or nothing. I'm talking about it's just when I want to listen to, I ride to that. Girls on Girls was cool for like a couple plays. I knew that was going to be a single. And then, you know, like, honestly, let me see. I won't skip through a couple. Love All, I agree with y'all. Jay-Z. Like, ain't much more to say about that. Jay-Z spitting some real shit. He was the highlight in the whole thing. Fair Trade was cool. I don't think it's my favorite, but it was cool. Like, it was real cool. I got to go back and listen to more. Way Too Sexy. Y'all go ahead. Look, Otis's face said it all because he heard me say it. Y'all go ahead. Go ahead and crucify me now. Go ahead and crucify me now. I like that shit because I like that right there, Fred. No. I like the little video, the little clowning ass video they got with it, the little visuals. I kind of like it.
The video is funny, but come on, bro. Like that song was bullshit.
That song was ass, man.
I like and shit. It's a vibe. It's a little. And honestly, I like. All right, so TSU, I can listen to at times. There's nothing.
You trying to be different now, man.
No, I swear to God. TSU, I listen to. NT Deep, I listen to. Pipe Down for a minute. Yeah, Pipe Down for a minute. I thought was cool. Now I kind of like I can skip through that. Yeba's Heartbreak. How come y'all never?
Okay, no, I will fuck with Yeba's Heartbreak because I fuck with Yeba.
Okay, fair.
I ain't like that one.
Ahmad, I might agree with you though. Like, No Friends in the Industry might be my favorite track. 7 a.m. No Friends. But I actually look. I like the album. I like the project. I said at the beginning before y'all were on. Lulu said, I really, like he said in his review, he said, I ain't going back and listen to it. And when he said that a couple of days ago via text, I was like, oh shit, I really haven't listened to it in a little bit. I put it down. I listened to it and then I just put it away. But I mean, I like the project. I enjoyed it.
I added a couple songs to my title, but like they still could be skipped. But my bad for cutting you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Look, everybody who watches this knows I'm King Cut Off. I be interjecting all the time, so cut me the fuck off. I do not mind. Rick Ross, You Only Live Twice. That verse was fire.
I like that one. I
like Knife Talk. Now, am I gonna go back and listen to Knife Talk like every day? Nah, but if it comes on in the shuffle and I'm in a, like if I'm in the car, if it comes on in the shuffle, I'm in the right mood. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it.
Knife Talk is a testament to Project Pat's flow. Just, I don't give a fuck who's using that nigga's flow. That shit's always gonna be fire, man. Project Pat is hella underrated. And one of these days we're gonna have to give it a fucking Project Pat appreciation episode because man, that nigga is the man when it comes to hip hop in general. He is hella slept on, hella underrated. His influence is underrated. Project Pat's the motherfucking man.
And look, and the thing about it is all that you saw with Project Pat was industry, as the industry was taking. Because remember, they were getting big when rap was on TRL and on MTV.
Right.
Like Sipping on Some Scissor was on TRL. That was like
that's crazy what? Too.
Yeah, like wait, what? That was like a top song. I was hanging out with some people who I never would have thought listened to rap, and they was listening to Sipping on Scissor. And they multi-million-dollar homes. And I was like, really? It was on TRL. So like, but all that being said is Project Pat kept it his way. And that's why probably sometimes he didn't get it out of the steam. Cause like, he's not as marketable as a Juicy J. You know what I'm saying? And you have to kind of make yourself that way. But I agree with you, man. I used to hang out down at, I think I like TSU also because I used to hang down at TSU, and I had some good times down there. But I liked it. I thought it was a solid project. But that being said, I will give you all this. I went into it knowing I was listening to Drake, knowing that what I was about to get from Drake, it was going to be a Drake project. I didn't expect nothing else. I wasn't trying to compare him to nobody else, no GOAT. I wasn't even really trying to compare him to Donda besides the fact that they were doing that all like, this and him and Kanye had their things, but, kind of like Styles P said, y'all ain't really doing nothing. Y'all just gonna see who can fuck the baddest bitch and dress the best. Y'all ain't out in these streets, And so like, they don't need to shut up. They can keep rapping on it because that's fun for us as fans. So, like 7 a.m. on Vital Path, to me, it was fire. He talking shit. I like when Drake talk shit.
Yeah.
I like when niggas talk shit in general. And I definitely like when Drake talk shit. And whatever we say about Drake been hanging around Texas. He been hanging around Jay Prince and them. He been hanging around his family down in Memphis. Like his daddy down there. And even, honestly, Canada got a scene, man. Like I spent some time in Toronto. Canada got you go up to Toronto, go up to Old Town Canada and fuck around. And then them Haitians and then Jamaicans there, see if you don't get hemmed up in Canada. Like you be like, what? So like, I like him talking shit. I like the album as a whole project. I can put it back on and listen. Yeah, there's skippable tracks, but some of the same skippable tracks, Why you say that? Why you think that?
Like 15 that I will skip.
Damn. There's only 19 on the album. 21.
21.
21.
But
So
I would skip about 15. I just didn't like it. I mean, maybe 13 I would skip. I just didn't like it, man. It just wasn't.
Yeah, it's 13 for me too. A solid.
I just didn't like it, man.
And that's
not a good.
It's
It's not a good
that's
album.
coming off the first listen. If I was to listen a few more times, that 13 might become 16.
Yep.
I feel like way too sexy would grow on you.
Fuck no, never will.
No.
Bro, that song is awful. So here's the thing, man. Let me put this out there before motherfuckers just hit me with the you an old ass hater. I
just looked at that shit, bro.
So I like Drake singles, man. I'm never too big on his albums. The last album that I truly enjoyed from beginning to end was Take Care. But for the most part, I've always liked his singles. Like Drake always has a fire ass single. Right. And I am just completely disappointed in the singles in this album. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's his choice, his manager's choice, or what, but the shit that's supposed to be hot just ain't hot. And after I was just looking through his albums and his track list, and you know what? It's kind of consistent for how much I like Drake. Like I really only like a handful of songs on all of his albums after Take Care. So for people that are Drake fans, this is probably par for the course for them. People that aren't Drake fans, this is par for the course for them. And that speaks to him as an artist. There is no elevation. There is no getting better. He's not taking any risks. He's just kind of like he's just playing it safe.
Yep.
And
is this his last label album?
Oh shit, I don't know, bro. He should have been done with labels, to be honest with you. I don't know. That nigga's stupid for not being independent by now, because he's the biggest artist in the game. You could be taking all that in.
But
I have no idea.
Like 2 years ago, they were talking about when he go like he's got an album, one more album or 2 albums, or like another year or something on his contract, and once he's independent, it's going to change the way the game is played and all this. If he decides to go independent,
so I remember that conversation. I remember that conversation 2 years ago, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he re-signed. Like I remember having that debate with Jared, and Jared saying that it's good for him to re-sign, and I remember having a stance that it was stupid as fuck because he's cutting himself short on so much.
I remember y'all talking about that because you were saying in this time, in this day and age, there's no reason to re-sign, and especially with where he's at. His brand is solid. He doesn't need nobody back.
It's kind of like Pacquiao, man.
Anybody.
It's kind of like Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like Pacquiao was so big, like he didn't need Bob Arum anymore.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he could sell pay-per-views on his own. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I look at Drake too, man. I mean, he is under a label and still he's getting slave money compared to what he could be getting.
I think the last Drake album I really, really listened to, besides like this one, I won't say it was a job. I was listening to this one because I wanted to hear it anyway. But I think the last one I really, really was listening to was Nothing Was the Same. And damn, that was 8 years ago. That was 2013.
Yeah, it's way back.
Damn.
He always, like Oda said, he always has a classic, like a classic single or two. But I mean, he don't really have. I mean, he not. But I don't feel like he's evolving, man. I mean, it's the same old Drake, man. I mean, which is cool. I mean, if you're going to be mediocre or whatever, just be like, in the middle. But if we're talking, like I said, like if we're talking about GOAT, I just don't.
Your sound has to change at some point.
That's a change.
I feel y'all, but
look at Jay-Z, man. Look, people consider Jay-Z the GOAT, right? Most people would. That would be like if we talking about Drake. It's one of those things like where it's a few people here and there. But Jay-Z, like I think overall would be considered like the GOAT, right? I mean, I don't consider Jay-Z as my GOAT, but like I can vibe with Jay-Z being the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been in the game for years, and it's fair. Wait, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But you look at Jay-Z, he evolved, man. Yeah. I mean, Jay-Z and Blueprint don't even sound the same as Volume 1. You know what I'm saying? That's the next album. You know what I'm saying? If we look at volume 1 to volume 3, is just way different. I mean,
but let me ask you something real though.
constantly
When we kind of
involved.
talk about music industries and everything, I'm gonna ask both of y'all this. So knowing that he re-signed with his label, Jay-Z at that time, that was him and Dame and Biggs. And granted, they had distribution, but that was them under Rockefeller. That was their money. That was their. So he had more leeway to do things as an artist, right? Do you think Drake maybe doesn't have? I ain't caping for Drake. Like I said, it's been 8 years the last time. Outside of this, you think maybe he had to kind of like, this is how I get my sales, this is how I get my people. I know I can put this. Here's my formula. I'm not going to stray away from the formula. And the industry's like, yeah, we're gonna sell it.
That's plain and safe. That's what I was talking about. But anybody would be a goddamn fool to try to limit Drake on changing anything, because at the state that he's in, man, at the level that he's at, he's gonna fucking blow damn near no matter what, bro. He's singing,
put out.
He's singing reggae songs with a fucking bullshit accent, and that shit is still hitting. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, but this is what he chooses to do. He chooses to stay in the same lane.
Some people don't see it that way. And I mean, when they get to that level, they don't see it.
But they fans,
do whatever they want.
Fans.
No, I'm not talking about fans. I'm talking about artists. They don't see it as they can do whatever they want. And that's been an artist struggle for years. And where we might look at it on the outside and say, well, he's at this level. He can do what he wants. Sometimes they can't. I mean, the most famous actors, they got to show up for their press releases, for all that stuff. They can't just do what they want. They can't just take all the liberties they want as they in a scene. They kind of got to go with, if they're putting out a movie, they kind of have to go with what the label wants. I use acting because I do film and all that stuff.
But those actors, they show range though. I mean, look at was it Leonardo DiCaprio or
Daniel Day-Lewis?
Okay, Daniel Day-Lewis. All right, so he shows range, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like you're gonna look at him like, okay, this dude he can do it all. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at Drake as that. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't seen it. I you know what I'm saying? I was trying to use an example, but maybe Caprio was a bad example. But you know what I'm saying? We need to see range. I've seen range from Jay-Z.
Or maybe Caprio was a good example for you though, because you're saying he's just one note. He's just the same thing. So maybe that's a good example.
Yeah.
No, I would give Caprio a little more credit than that. No.
Not Drake though. I'm gonna give
because I see him playing different roles. You know what I'm saying? Like but whatever. And he's a great artist, great influential artist. But we also maybe I'm gonna throw this out there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he needs to hire another ghostwriter. I don't know, but.
No, that's another thing. That's another thing. Like, bro, we know he has a ghostwriter. We know this. So any conversation about being is like, okay, yeah, Team Drake might be up for the GOAT conversation, but you can't put that man up there by himself.
But see, that's also part of the reason I like some of this album, because he addresses that shit. He said, y'all let me take the rap for that Casper the Friendly Ghost shit, and y'all just played the game like y'all wasn't doing the same, because we all know Kanye ain't right and everything.
Yeah, and I know that too. I say Team Kanye too. That nigga has a cold ass team.
What I was saying was not a comparison, but when we talk, I like the album because he talks about that shit. Because he says, he raised his hand and said, yeah, okay, cool. And he said, what he say? It's the pretty boys versus the petty boys. And I was like, damn. That's a silly way to put it, but understandable when he looks at it. He's like,
that's
the pretty boys versus the petty boys. I mean,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. But if I turn this side of my arm, I'm pretty light skinned. So that's not. Nah, but look, I just like the fact that I feel like he wasn't ducking as much, and he was more like, let me say what I gotta say. He's got a curated image. We all know that. And so part of that comes with when I go to listen to this album, I'm like, he's got to keep up his curated image. And I'll agree with y'all. He ain't reinventing the wheel. He didn't add no new spokes to it. He said, this is what been getting me from A to B. This is what been making me millions. I'm gonna keep going with it. And a lot of artists end up in that trap.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna knock the nigga for making money and doing and sticking to the recipe that he knows is going to garner him success. Just as a hip hop, as a fan of music and a fan of an artist evolving, that shit just ain't gonna fly with me for too much longer. Like I'm getting bored with him as an artist.
Yeah, I hear you. And we did just get done talking about Tupac, who died at 25, and that man, his growth in that short span in the music, is way further than Drake.
I mean,
exactly.
I also want to see Drake as I want to see him do an album by himself, without all these damn features, man. I mean, that to me, going back, that's. I mean, you look at hip hop. I mean, that's.
But isn't that him? You talked about him going back to doing what he does. Isn't that early him? Early Drake was him on the mic.
I would disagree. I think I need the features on the Drake album so I can get a break from his monotone.
Okay.
Damn, look.
Fair point.
Look. Okay. Okay, this shit. It's a cold game out here, man. Except for the light skin, right? All right, so look, let's get to it.
Light skin on light skin violence.
Right? How many plates? Hey, let's get to it.
You know what?
How many plates? How many plates? Let's go.
Okay, so it's like I took a bite of the rib and it was like, man, the flavor's good, but this shit ain't fall off the bone. And I took a second bite and I'm just like, yeah, this shit ain't that good. And so I folded my plate and I put it face down in the trash can so nobody would see that I threw the whole shit away.
You saying he put raisins in the potato salad?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Oh man.
Damn.
But that's just me though. And like I said, I've been bored with Drake for a while now. So just hearing more of the same just didn't work for me. This wasn't a fucking family potluck. This was the potluck at work,
where everybody bringing a dish from Safeway.
Yeah, niggas with cats, like letting the cats lick the food before they cook it and shit. Like, I'm good.
Where they do that at?
I'll just stick with this slice of pizza over here.
Otis, I don't know where you came up with that analogy.
I already ate. I already ate, man. I'm good.
Let me see when we have a We Know Hip Hop cookout barbecue. Whenever we gonna do that, I need to know what you bring. But Otis, I need an official ranking. 1 plate, half a plate, 2 plates, one and a half, 1.5 plates, and you folded it up and put it in the trash and let it go.
Yeah, and walked away conspicuously.
I was gonna say, when they asked you how it was, did you get out quickly, or did they have time to stop and ask you how the food was?
No, they didn't have time to ask me.
You just
I was done.
Skirt out.
I'm out of here.
On to the next potluck.
I'm gonna go with the cousins and smoke this blunt around the corner and act like this plate never happened.
Yeah, Lulu said he going to West Side Gun cookout. He said he going to West Side Gun potluck. You got something else you going to?
I heard that was good over there. I might check that out, man. You know what though? I got to catch up on the West Side Gun. As for Donda, no, I wouldn't even go to the Donda party. Like that's like straight up 2.5 for me. That's not good enough to hang out at.
2.5 plates. Look, hey, Ahmad, man. Lulu gone, but y'all was getting on me for being hard on albums, man. I'm glad Otis is here now because I felt bad. I felt bad giving out a 3.
Oh, I'm judgmental as fuck, bro. Though, so
good. That's what I do. I needed somebody else.
A 3 to what? To the Donda?
What I give Donda? 3? I think I gave Donda 3 plates.
I mean, I ain't knocking that. I mean, I can see how somebody wouldn't like it at all. I mean, I just enjoyed it. I mean, if I listen to it again, maybe my rating would go down, but I just enjoyed the album, music wise. But not as a hip hop.
Look, see, that's how I know Ahmad likes. Every time Donda come up, Ahmad got a good couple minutes for us to talk about it. This CLB though, man. How many plates? How many plates? How many plates you giving? Oh Lord, Ahmad about to. Ahmad not going to show up to the potluck.
Sauce was whack. You know what I'm saying? I tried the mac and cheese, but it didn't make that squishy pussy sound. So
You saying it was Heidi's mac and
It's-
cheese?
Oh damn! That's that
Bro.
bitch.
Hey, you wrote.
Mac and cheese, bro. Oh damn!
Look. If y'all
You
watching
wrong,
outside
man.
the family,
You wrong
That's
for that.
shout out. She's one of the. I gotta give her some love, though. I gotta give her some love. And then
But I put
just for
shredded
context
cheese on it.
Wow. Yeah, she cool, man. I ain't gonna do it like that.
Look,
I ain't gonna do it like that.
She live in DC, so I gotta rep her. She one of the only girls that speaks up in the group. Her, I actually know the other homegirl, Shane.
Nah,
in the group. They both in DC.
Hey,
she cool.
She's solid, man.
When we talk about somebody in the group, I don't make sure we give some context. So she's one of the few girls in the group. She got a good hip hop knowledge.
Yep.
A great hip hop knowledge, yo.
Great, yeah.
Yo, she can hang with the motherfucking the playlist battles. I love what she brings to the playlist battles. I know she's probably busy.
Except
right
for
now.
a second round with the game, though. She
She
knows
don't-
what she
she
was
don't-
doing with the game, but
I'm not.
Yeah,
she shouldn't have picked the game.
Yeah.
But I'm not too big.
She
on
learned
that
some more
music in
music.
that's
general.
true.
Yeah, but
She did.
if you ever get a chance, ask her about her hanging out with Biggie. I'm sure she probably said it, but when I first met her in DC, like with the DC crew, I remember her. She was telling the story about hanging out with Biggie and everything when she was a youngin. So like, she know her shit, man. So shout out to her. But
Yeah, she does.
To your point, I definitely
2
want to give
plates,
her
man.
love. 2 plates. 2 plates.
2 plates folded and thrown in the trash.
Respectfully.
That's where it's got to go.
2 plates, like Otis said, like, and I done it before too. Like you start eating, you're like, damn, this shit nasty. So you fold it.
Damn.
Nobody sees it. You go to the nearest trash and you drop it in there. Like, oh man, that was bomb, man. Hell yeah. And then you get your ass out of there.
You see that little hole in the side of the trash can where it's like, okay, I can push it a little further down where nobody can actually see that there's a whole plate of food on this motherfucker. Yeah, that's where the Drake album goes. On the side of the trash can.
Yeah. I shouldn't even say this, but yeah. And I got a whole half, a whole half of my family that's Caucasian. So I done been to plenty of places where I done stuck the plate down at the bottom of the trash can. But I look,
raising the mac and cheese.
Hey, bro, like I said, I got the Latino community downstairs, bro. My girl's dad made some fucking birria out of ram. Nigga, that shit tasted like straight up pedigree. Like dog food. This nigga's feeding everybody dog food at the quinceañera. I am out of here.
Oh man, look, woo! That's a tough crowd in this game. Remind me to when I bring the potato salad. Remind me to put my all into it because y'all a tough ass crowd. So I take it the CLB is not ram, but it's trash for you, or it's a folded plate. I'm gonna give it 3. I'm gonna give it 3 plates. Here's why. I think if I go back and listen to it next year, I think I'm gonna enjoy some tracks off it again. Y'all skip Poppy's Home, and I don't know how because I've been playing that shit on repeat, and I think I play it on repeat because it don't really like. Maybe there's only one Drake verse, and it's a lot of R&B singing style that I like, and I dismiss his singing for whoever else is singing there. But that's one of my favorite tracks. I got to give it 3. It's like somebody the potato salad was store bought, so like it's cool, but it ain't that. It got a little something to it. They didn't add no extra onions, no raisins. He didn't try to change the flavor and ruin it. Like it wasn't like, oh, here goes some olives. By the way, I just did an event the other day, and the chef, I seen a potato salad and had olives in it, and I was like, "Get me out of here! This is trash." So it's fresh on my mind.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. It had olives in the potato salad.
Okay, but then again, did it satisfy the demographic, or was that shit was that shit left, or was that shit left over?
But it was left over.
All right, so it didn't satisfy the demographic. All
right.
It
didn't. It didn't. And you know what? Honestly, I feel like Drake left out the olives. He left out the raisins. but he also maybe left out, maybe needed a little bit more salt, a little something. Maybe needed somebody in the Southern family to be like, hey, man, you got to do your potato salad this way. Your mac and cheese can't come with shredded cheese. He did the basic stuff. He had the basic stuff. It was a Kraft mac and cheese straight out the box. He didn't do nothing extra, no bacon. He just followed the instructions. And so I give it a 3 for that. It might be more of a 2.5, but I feel like a 3 I feel like it's a solid 3. And I wouldn't go no higher. I enjoyed it. Same way Ahmad enjoyed Donda for what it was. I enjoyed this for what it was. I ain't really listened to a Drake album since, like really, really hard listened to a Drake album since, 2011? Take Care. No, 2013.
2011 was Take Care for me.
For me, it was 2013. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, nothing was the same for me. And, honestly,
that's funny. Hey, you know what's funny? That nigga's album, the last album you liked was Nothing Was the Same, and ever since then, everything's been the same.
I knew you were gonna say that shit.
I know, right? I was thinking about that earlier.
Look, I was about to sugarcoat it and just say, look, if you take some tracks from Nothing Was the Same, I don't got the list in front of me, but I can think of a couple tracks. Like, you take some tracks from that, some tracks from Views, a couple tracks from like a track or two from More Life, and a track or two from Scorpion, and you put it together, and you kind of got CLB.
Yeah. And for Drake fans, that's got to be good. For people like me and Ahmad, is like, nigga, you got to do better.
Wait. Did you just on the slide call me a Drake fan? Because I gave him this whole show, the past 2 shows, y'all been making me stand for Drake. And I don't like that shit one bit. But I got to keep it real. Like, if I like the music, I like the music.
You know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You can fall in the middle. You could be the Tupac of the situation. You could be some of everything. But
hey, salute. You know how to get on my good side. Call me the Tupac of anything. When's your birthday, man? When's your birthday? DM me your address. I'll send you a gift. You call me the Tupac or something. You deserve a gift. I'll make you my grandmother's potato salad. She was from Carolina, and it's the best potato salad ever. You call me the Tupac or something, you get. Same way Ahmad know how to play on my like spirituality. He like when he was talking about Donda was him transitioning, in his spiritual to not be a provision. Y'all know how to play me. I don't like it. But y'all know how to play me. Fuck y'all. Hey, fuck y'all for it. Y'all know how to make me switch on the situations. But honestly, I thought it was a solid attempt. He didn't. I'll agree with y'all. I don't think he tried to do nothing different. And it was a 3 for me. But also, I haven't listened to the rest of Drake. I only been listening to his singles like that more recently over the past few years. I hear them. If it's going viral, I hear it. God's Plan was cool. But I enjoyed it. It's nothing crazy for me. But look, man, I don't want to hold. I want to close it up, man, because I know we got places to be, and I appreciate y'all being here. We got to run through this CLB.
Yes,
Y'all tough. Look, y'all tough on that CLB. And I know what it is. I'm going to keep it 100. I know because niggas be on Drake's dick that y'all be rating that nigga too hard. It's a solid project to me. I'll give it 3 plates. Y'all folded it up. We ain't got debated, but go. I just want to say, but more importantly, let's end off on this, man.
Yeah.
25 years ago, the dude that was my idol, that was the same year. We're gonna get sentimental at the end. That was the same year my grandfather died a few months before. And he was the male figure in my life. He raised me. It was me. I had, my mom, my sisters, and my cousins, but everybody was female except my grandfather and my uncle. And I was living with my grandparents. You know how it goes back today. So when Pac died, on top of that, I remember. I could tell you where I was. I could tell you exactly what happened. I could tell you my boy who was a little bit older than me told everybody at school, "Hey man, leave that nigga alone. Like, don't say nothing to him today. You leave him alone." And my homeboy was a big dude, so they knew if he said leave him alone. So I just want to say the influence, though, the fact that we got to talk about it here 25 years later. That's just for me. So I'm glad we got to do this and talk about, somebody who influenced me and my idol. And especially, I'm right here in Oakland. You know, I'm in the heart of the Black Panther Party. Huey Newton's murals right here, Black Panther headquarters. I can walk to from my house right now. I see it every day, and they out there. So I appreciate y'all. You know, when I was like, hey, actually, I didn't even say it. I let y'all say it. We're gonna talk about Pac. The hell yeah. So I appreciate that, man. And I was gonna say, I always love doing this for y'all.
Everybody ain't got Pac's influence. You can't talk about everybody the way you can about Pac. You know, like he's just produced so much material as an artist in such a small amount of time, and his influence has lasted so long.
So you know, I know we got some Lakers fans. That Mamba mentality. The Mamba mentality was I wake up 2 hours earlier than everyone, and I work harder because I get that extra time in. Pac was doing that. I'm working. Leave me alone. I'm in the studio. You know, this is my job. This is my life.
That's something I wanted to talk about earlier. As a writer, the idea of writing a whole verse in 5 minutes is unheard. That shit's absurd to me, dude. Like, how the fuck are you getting your ideas out in 5 minutes? And that's just because he's just speaking from raw emotion. Like, this is how he feels. This is what he's going to talk about. And he's just going to get that shit out real quick. That type of artistry in itself is admirable as fuck. Yeah, he wasn't the greatest lyricist. Yeah, he's not spitting the most prolific metaphors and shit that'll blow your mind. But this nigga's writing songs in a matter of minutes. That shit is, bro, that's different. That's different. And that's a testament to his artistry in itself right there.
I agree. And that's why I said that I mean, if I'm making my Rushmore, I mean, Pac is in there. You know what I'm saying? I just said, like, lyrically, there's more artists that I'm impressed with the way they you know, put out their lyrics or whatever. But no, ain't even about that, man. But I mean, I'm not. I mean, I still got Pac in there though. I'm not like, you know, like my brother or whatever. He probably doesn't even have Pac in his top 10. But I got Pac in my top 10 as far as, I mean, just overall. I mean, he's up there. He's probably, I mean, he's in my top 3. You know what I'm saying?
I've been trying with your brother. I've been trying with your brother, man.
Yeah. I mean, but he you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't understand, like, you know, Pac. I mean, first of all, it's a different era. You know what I'm saying? Like, and cats actually weren't making albums like that, like they could now. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he was doing it, the way he was doing it. I mean, think about it. I mean, what, he died at 25. He already had, like, what, 5 albums out?
Me Against the World, strictly for my niggas. Me Against the World.
Tupacalypse. Yeah.
All Eyes on Me. Volume 1. He died before Machiavelli came out. I mean, it was gonna come out, but he died before it came out.
5 albums. 5 albums, right?
Yeah, at least 5.
That was a lot back then. That was a lot. I mean, especially when you consider that he went to prison too. How long was he in prison? Like a year?
Nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga. Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Ethic.
You know what I mean? So, like, the fact that he was able
to
put
movies on top of that.
And movies. Well, he put out what? Gridlock, Gang Related, Poetic Justice, and Juice.
Ricochet or some shit like that with Mickey Rourke.
Ricochet and Above the Rim.
Above the Rim.
So that's 6. That's 6 movies, 5 albums, and what? When did he get discovered, like, by Digital Underground? What, 1990, 1991, maybe?
In 6 years, bro. And then and all those unreleased verses that became songs for his posthumous albums.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so that alone, to me, I mean, like I'm saying, like, that's why I don't say he has to be the best lyrically. There's other guys who are better lyrically, but they were focused on, you know, one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pac had so much going at a time when hip hop cats weren't really in there like that. I mean,
but here's the thing. Pac also had a very good understanding of, and we talked about it throughout this episode, who he was, where he was in life. And part of it, like you said, Otis, was he's writing down from here to paper, just immediately. And in that, man, you understand, and especially, you know, I listen to his music, every single song, every lyric from day one.
We know.
You know, but like you understand. you understand that like when he was making songs, Death Around the Corner,
Right.
that he really felt that way. Before he got shot the first time, he really felt like I'm not gonna be here long. I'm gonna work my fucking ass off the whole time. And if I am here later on, great. I done grinded and worked and made myself into this person, you know. And he took a very deep understanding in that his work ethic is yeah. As a writer, I'm with you, Otis, man. I write stories, scripts, like, you know how tough it is to sit down and just take this here and then put it on pen and craft it in a certain way.
I mean, to me, if you don't have Pac in your Mount Rushmore of hip hop artists, then I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, like I said, I mean, when we're typing, it's a lot different. You know, so you may see like I'm saying something, and you may think I'm sneak dissing, but I just be saying like, you know, we rank lyricists. I don't have Pac in there. That's just me. My opinion and what I prefer from a lyricist. I don't have him in there in my top 3. But if we're going overall, I mean, I probably got Pac number 1, or him or Cube. You know what I'm saying? Like if we talk about overall, I got him or Cube in there because I mean the stuff that they've done for hip hop and just you know, like even branching out from hip hop. I mean, you know, Cube with the movies and with the big 3, the stuff that Cube has done, but he's also lived longer than Pac, so we don't know what Pac would have done after that. But the fact that Pac was 25. Well, he died at 25. He a couple months past 25. But the fact that he died at 25 and all that he accomplished, I mean, if you can't look at that and say, you know what, Dan, that's some amazing shit, then I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, I don't know what the hell to tell you. I mean, you're just either you a hater or you don't know what the fuck is going on. That's just my opinion.
But look, appreciate y'all, man. As always, my brothers.
Yes, sir.
We know hip hop, the potluck, man. We appreciate everybody in the family coming out. You want to add some comments? Yeah, go for it.
Got to shout out Dre Hall with the fried clothing. Let me see. So this brother, he's kind of blowing up off of this shit. He was nominated for best stoner clothing wear, something along those lines. Best cannabis inspired clothing wear.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing his damn thing. You can find him on Fried Clothing Brand on Instagram, and it's Fried like FREYED. I know how to spell. I know how to read. I'm just drunk as shit right now. But man,
hey, look, we gonna have it on the bottom for you. You're gonna find it right below.
We gonna make it official, but holla at this brother, especially if you're a stoner, support him. But even if you don't smoke, you know, support this shit and give it to the person that you know that smokes, because we all know somebody.
Right.
I definitely smoke. Hey man, and look, if I could do it, Dre Hall, if you listen out there, if I could do anything to help, you know, we could talk. We don't need to talk about, you know, what my girl do, but I'm deeply involved in that cannabis community now.
Me as well. I got somebody. I know somebody that's about to open up a shop right now, and yo, man, we'll get you in there.
Hey, I love that, man. Yeah, shout out to definitely, right, man. So look, as always, family, we appreciate y'all coming out for the potluck. You know, Otis, Lulu had to leave early, catch a plane, like he said. Ahmad, man, we, like you said, I love this, man. We all got different opinions on things. We all, you know, fired up about what we believe in. We always gonna promote somebody's business, you know. So if you got something, shoot it over to us, man. You can message us on Facebook, in the group, and however you know, the We Know Hip Hop group on Facebook. Soon these podcasts are gonna go public, you know, and for the world out there to see. And we appreciate everybody who wants to watch and check in with us, man. Try to keep it interesting, try to keep y'all laughing, try to keep it real though. You know how we feel. We all gonna have different opinions, you know. Some of us are wrong, some of us are right. You know, I'm right all the time. I don't know about y'all, but I'm right all the time. But I just, you know, for me personally, I want to say thank y'all to come out, man. And I won't hit y'all with the thank y'all, God bless. You know, I ain't no Russell, but it's always a good time, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you fellas, enjoy your weekend. All the listeners, enjoy your time this week. Make some money, hustle hard, enjoy your life.
Yes, sir.
Go listen to Strictly. Peace.
Peace.